Aloha and welcome to Mai's Table, where you find God in gourmet. My name is Andrus-Price, and today we're going to do a very simple chicken salad with peanut butter dressing. And that dressing recipe is available along with this recipe. So I have, you'll see in the beginning of the recipe, I have all of the ingredients out. And a word for that, the French call it mise en place. That's where you get everything out and ready to go so that when you put things together, it's super simple. So that's another analogy of life, right? If you're gonna do something, you have a big project, you wanna have all of the ingredients that you need available to you. Know that you have it on hand so that you don't find that you are, falling short of an ingredient. So it's super simple. I had a Costco chicken. Oh my gosh, I can make so many things with that Costco roast chicken. So I cut up about 1.5 cups of chicken breast. I like to shred it. I cut it up and then I use my fingers or a fork to just shred it a little bit more. So I did that, and I'm gonna put that on the side. And then I started cutting up some romaine. You just need a head of romaine. And I wanted to show you that often romaine goes bad in the middle. So you just cut out the part that's brown. And obviously the parts that aren't brown, there are going to be some leaves that don't have any brown. So I like to, after rinsing it, I like to go through and make sure that there's no brown spots, because even though it's still edible, you want everything to look nice, right? And you want the best and freshest ingredients. And I wanted to show you how I cut this. So the rest of this looks good. There's no brown spots. So let's move this so you can see this better. I like to cut it down 3 or 4 times, and then for this salad, I like to do a really thin chop. It just, to me, it adds to the salad. It's just easier to eat, and it's almost kind of like fluffier. So I'm gonna finish chopping this. This cutting board is one that my grandpa made. My mom had it in her kitchen for as long as I can remember. And now I have it in mine. And it's not a fancy board, but it's a way for me to keep him close. He was one of my favorite people in the whole world. I can still just tear up just talking about him. He was such a great man. And I have friends that tell me all the time, I really don't like to cook, or it's not fun. But really, there are methods and ways that you can make food, cooking food and eating food, nourishment. Really nourishment that transforms your idea about cooking and transforms you. So like I was saying, this cutting board my grandpa made. And so say I was in a bad mood or I didn't really want to cook, when I get out his cutting board, I just think of him and all the memories that we had and what a great man that he was. And that transforms my experience, and it makes cooking a spiritual experience, and I love that. So this is just 1 head of romaine. You can double this recipe if you have a big crowd. And I'm going to just layer the rest of the ingredients. This is 1 bag of bean sprouts that's been rinsed and drained. And I am gonna mix it up a little bit because I think it'll look prettier that way. We'll get the bean sprouts, and then I have about 1 cup of cucumbers that I have sliced. If you don't have bean sprouts, you can just use all cucumbers for the crunch, you just use what's on hand. That's what I love about cooking, is that really, I often don't cook with recipes because that makes it more fun for me. It's a little bit more free. It's like, wow, I can do whatever I want. And you can do whatever you want. That's another way of looking at cooking, where it's fun. And you use your creative side. So I have 8 grape tomatoes. I like to just halve them, cut them in half. I like to add them for the taste and also for the color. You always want to make things look good, because you eat first with your eyes, and it just makes the experience a better one. Again, the whole thing about cooking and eating, for me, it's an experience. It's something that I really enjoy. And if you don't enjoy cooking, hopefully you'll enjoy eating. But if you do little simple tricks like using a board that your grandpa made, or thinking about someone who maybe your mom used to make this recipe or a similar one, just bringing in that kind of energy into your cooking, because what you infuse into your food, you then ingest into your body. So now I'm going to add, this is a lot, like 1.5 cups. It doesn't sound like a lot of chicken, but it's a lot. If you want more, you can always cut more from your chicken. I use my Costco chicken. I do about maybe 3 or 4 different recipes. We eat it hot. We usually eat the drumsticks and the thighs, and then I'll make chicken salad. And I have the carcass left from this. I'm gonna make soup. And I just got a few basil leaves from my yard, and I'm gonna chiffonade it. And all that means is the fancy word where you squish it all together and you just thinly slice. And I'm gonna just put this over the salad, and then I'm gonna add a few green onions. I'm adding about maybe 2 tablespoons. You can add more. You can add it to the table for people who want to add more. And again, if you can see, just those few tomatoes make a big difference. So here's the salad, and then I made a peanut butter dressing earlier, which hopefully you have watched that. Here's my dressing. Yummy, yummy. And I am gonna serve it. I will put this on the table and I'll serve it on the side, because everybody is different on how much dressing they like. And this is just a really simple meal. It didn't take me very long, maybe 30 minutes altogether, including making the peanut butter sauce dressing. And it's healthy. Look at all this yummy stuff, and it's fun. Look at that. Put it in a bowl where you can see all the different colors. It just adds to the experience of eating. And it not only nourishes your body, but seeing art, I see this as art, it nourishes your soul as well. So let me know how this comes out for you. And if you like it, share it with a friend. Subscribe to my channel. Till next time, take care now. Aloha.